Bonjour.
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 Hello. So today we're going to be dealing with the formal and informal greetings in French. So up here we have informal for tout. So everybody repeat tout.
Tout.
Très bien. And formal right here is vous. Répétez.
Vous.
Très bien. So can you tell me about some instances in English where you might be using the informal? Yes?
So I saw this movie the other day, and they were talking like these two people were talking together, and one of them was saying they were in love with each other, so they were really comfortable with each other, right? And so they would have said it
Okay,
like...
that's good. I'll stop you there. That's good. Yeah, so that's a good example is two people who are in love with each other. They know each other really well, so they're going to be using more of an informal English. Okay, so just like that here in French, for the informal for tout. So if you're comfortable, same level, in love. And in love we say it's l'amour. Okay. So love, we know each other, that's good. Another example of informal way you talk in English. Yes?
Between friends.
Between friends. Right?
Like you and I would use the
Totally, because we're friends, yeah.
Other examples? Other examples of...
Like when you would use the informal.
Do you have a question?
Oh.
Do you understand?
Like when it would be informal, like you're not talking with the teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking for other words in for love, like how we use love.
Well, what we're looking for is when you use the informal. So love is one instance. It's an example. We're looking for examples. You raise your hand?
Yeah, so there was this movie that I was watching, and it was this like teacher movie, and so like there was the teacher and there was the classroom, and they were all sitting there and they were listening to the teacher.
Is this an example for another example?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like when the student like talked to the teacher, the student would be like, two.
That's a good point. So this is actually an example of formal. So generally when you address your teacher or people who are older, you would use the vous. So hold on, I want to provide an example. So if you're talking to your grandpa, do you walk in and you say, hey Gramps, what up? Do you say that to your grandpa? Hey Gramps, what up? What up, old man? You don't. Why don't you say that? What type of speech is that? Is that formal or informal? Hey Gramps, what up? Does that sound formal? Something you would do in like a nice business meeting? You'd have a tie on, you say, hey, what up? I got this business. No, so that's formal. Okay, formal would be the business meeting, but saying, hey, what up? That's very informal speech with friends. Okay? So with teachers, we say that. So people who are older, and maybe business settings. Okay, so I'm going to pass around here.
Something that's really good.
Sheet that has.
There was this movie that I was watching.
Hold on a second. We'll get to that in a second.
Wait, I want to hear about the movie that you watched.
We can hold off on that. We're trying to focus here. Okay. Thank you. So you see there on the front we have conversation. So we have two. Remember again. So it's familiar, familière. Et vous is oui, très bien. Répétez familière.
Familière.
Familiar.
Très bien. So and then vous. So that's remember again. That's formel. Très bien. Formel. Répétez. Okay. So if you turn the page, we have an example of a little conversation. The page right here. So right there. Conversation familière. So it's this one right here. Is everybody on? Good. So we have little blanks, and these blanks are where we're going to fill in information. So we start off with salut, so that's hello. Salut.
Salut.
Yeah, and you have to fill in a name for a person, okay? And then after that we have ça va, ça va,
Ça va.
ça va. Très bien. So that's how are you doing? And then afterwards we continue. So the other person responds salut, and they put in the name and so forth. So for instance, salut, salut Sarah, so salut Sarah. Oui, ça va bien. Et je suis de. So that's how you say I'm from. So je suis de.
Je suis deux. Je suis
Tu es
deux.
de. So I'm asking you a question. Tu es de. And you're going to say from what city you're from.
Je suis de Gênes.
Très bien. Moi, je suis de Cincinnati, Ohio. Toi, tu es de quelle ville? Tu es de, and you're going to respond, je suis de, and put in what city you're from. Très bien. Et toi, monsieur, tu es de quelle ville? Tu es de? What's he asking me?
He's asking where you're from in French. So say, je
So yes, you're going to say je suis de.
Je suis de.
So like here on the sheet.
Je suis de North Carolina.
Okay, but say the city. What city? In
Oh, Boone. Boone. Je vais de.
Je suis de.
Je suis de Boone.
Très bien. Okay? And then the other person responds the same. It's going to say et toi. They're going to say the same thing. And then you say goodbye. So in French, if you say goodbye, we say au revoir. Tout le monde répétez. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Très bien. And then ciao. Question?
But if it's conversation familiar, wouldn't the correct word be ciao if you're saying goodbye to a friend?
You can use.
Au revoir is really
It can be used for either one.
right?
It can be used in either one. Ciao is definitely, that's good though. Ciao is definitely informal. You wouldn't use that necessarily in formal sense. Au revoir can be used for either. Okay, so now we're going to divide up into pair words, and you're going to take one role, so either the girl or the guy, and you're going to create names for yourself, and you're going to introduce yourself using this stuff, and you're going to fill it in based on what your partner's name is and what city they're from. Okay, any questions?
Okay.
Allez-y.
Do you want me to start?
Salut. Salut.
I can do you want to turn around?
Rachel.
Salut, Rachel.
Salut, Rachel. Ça va?
No, I said
Ça va?
Oh, Arwen. Okay.
Daniel.
How do you
Daniel, oui, ça va bien.
E-N?
Awesome. Oh, okay. Salut, Arwen. Ça va?
Salut.
You could give me a name from one of the rest.
Okay. How about you
With
be
pronunciation? So, je suis de,
Je suis
ça va
de,
bien?
Je suis de.
and then you put in the city.
je suis de Eugene. Et toi?
Je suis de Boone. Et toi?
Okay, no, very good. So, what following along here? So she just said that where she's from, and you just said it. So when you say et toi, you're asking and you. You already know where she's from.
Oh,
So
okay.
now you just follow along, and
Totally my favorite.
you're gonna say au revoir, and then you say ciao for goodbye.
Epic story.
Au revoir?
And like the characters are so cool. Like Aowen, who you were in this
Did you already
on,
finish?
she's totally, yeah, we went through it.
Okay, very good.
Is that how you spell it?
I think so.
Can I have somebody
That's pretty
volunteers to show what they just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Salut, Arwen. Ça va?
Salut Aowen, oui, ça va bien.
Je suis de Rohan. Et toi?
Moi, je suis de Rivendell.
Au revoir.
Ciao.
Très bien, très bien. Very good, very good. Would you like to participate as well?
Reminds me, the last time I
Okay. We can do some paragraph.
Dad.
Okay, let's stay on topic here, okay? Excuse me, let's stay on topic.
He got in a car accident.
Is everything okay?
No, my dad died a year ago in a car accident.
Oh, do you need to be excused to go to talk to the school therapist? That's okay. Okay, we'll talk about this later. Okay. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Let's continue on. Okay, if you turn the page, we're going to talk about formal now. Remember the formal. So we haven't got to the vous form. We just did the to form. Everybody did very good. So conversation formelle. So we have a man there with glasses. And so we see here, I'll read it for you. He says, Bonjour, madame. Comment vous appelez-vous? She says, Je m'appelle Véronique Dupont, et vous? So right away, what do we notice here in these first two sentences? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Are you seeing this? Or are you seeing this?
It's like when this dude in this movie went and saw his boss to talk about his work performance to see if he was going to get like a raise or something, and they were really like he was really nervous about it and we wanted. No.
Okay,
But he was like really nervous about going in, and so he talked with these huge words, which he didn't use, and he like stumbled all over his words.
Okay,
And he was
that's kind of
trying to
connected.
impress his boss,
That's
right?
kind of- yeah.
And this uses vous.
Yes, that's very good. Very good. Very good. So it's using vous here, whereas the conversation before is using tu. So it's a formal situation, right? So continue on. Je m'appelle Simon Gattier. Comment allez-vous, monsieur? Et très bien, merci. Et vous? Très bien, merci. Je suis de Paris. Et vous? Moi, je suis de Marseille. So just like before, we have greetings, and they're saying where they're from, asking how they are, and so forth, okay? So I have underlined there things you're going to fill in. I've underlined the name, and I've also underlined where they're from. So just like the conversation before, now you're going to break them to pair work, and you're going to do this as a formal conversation, okay? Create new names for yourself, and you can use fictitious towns. Don't use the town you're actually from. You can make one up. 1 minute. Okay? So, break up and just compare work.
So, bonjour, madame. Comment vous appelez-vous?
Je m'appelle
Do you think you're going to be able to focus on
Sarah.
this work, or do you need to go home again? One of your parents.
Je m'appelle
I can
Daniel Minton.
I can have your mother come.
She's on vacation in Barbados with my
Do you have
stepdad.
Comment allez-vous, monsieur?
Cinco bien, merci. Et vous?
I think it would have to probably have to go to the
Jesus de Paris?